morning, everyone. Welcome to Optimus Fantasy Football. I'm Nate Polvo. To my, left or right. I guess to my left, your left, my right, to whatever direction. I've got Lou Brunson rolling with me like he has every Sunday this season. This isn't any Sunday, though, man. It's week 16. It's the fantasy semifinals. If you rolled out Puka Nacua earlier in the week, you're probably going to win. Yeah.
If you rolled out Matt Stafford, you got a leg up at the very least. I mean, that was a performance.
Well, here's where I'm pretty thrilled because I was higher than consensus significantly, 8 spots higher on Matthew Stafford than consensus this week. Just saying.
I mean, hey.
So I think it's interesting, and this might change how I look at things during the off season, how I grade players or whatever. But in an auction draft, I ended up getting Puka Nacua for $20 because everybody in that league, and it's a league full of people. Anyone listening to this show probably knows they all thought that Stafford was going to suck so bad that Puka was going to have a down year.
It was probably pretty early too then when there was all those questions about Stafford. No?
It was the day before the first game was when we did the draft. Yeah. Quinn Williams will be active today. We're going to have this news dropping from Carly Manger, who is the manager of our news account. I'm sorry, inactive. T. Higgins, active. So that's fantastic news. I know I needed that to happen. It does kind of hurt Mike Gesicki, I suppose, if you were rolling him out today, but you can now roll out T. Higgins. So that's always good news. Also good news, if you've got more questions, head over to our Discord server. The link is in the show description. We're here to answer all of your questions because if you're still in it, then we're here to help you win it. I wrote that this morning, and I'm sorry. I had to use it, Lou. I know it's cheesy.
I mean, it's week 16. We're all about the cheese at this point. Yeah. It's the holidays. Who doesn't love cheese at the holidays?
I know we got Christmas next week. Big week ahead.
Hanukkah,
but
like all the things.
Hanukkah. Yeah, there's tons going on. But most importantly, we want to get you to the championship this week. Yes. We're going to start rolling through just some of what is going on. Obviously, we've got T. Higgins. He is going to play. He is active. Rashee Rice is not active. He is going to be on the bench with a concussion this week, which begs the question. We've got Gardner Minshew at quarterback with Patrick Mahomes out. We know he can sling it. I'm not worried about this offense from the quarterback perspective. Obviously not having Mahomes hurts, but I don't know that we're going to look at this as much of a downgrade with how Mahomes was playing and how this offense was operating. I said it, but who is it? Is it Hollywood Brown? Because Tyquan Thornton's not playing. I would have maybe bumped Tyquan Thornton a little bit in this game if he was going to play, but he is not.
For week 16, if it was week 6, I would care. Because it's week 16, I don't care.
Okay.
I'm not starting anyone from this offense outside of Travis Kelce. And that's just where it is. Like, if you want to roll out Xavier Worthy or maybe even Juju Smith-Schuster as your, wide receiver 3 or flex, I get it and I understand it.
Sure.
And I cannot recommend it simply because it's week 16. Now is not the week to mess around with this sort of thing and guess.
Right. Well, I don't disagree. But if you're in a position where you absolutely don't have a choice, I might take a flyer on Hollywood.
I mean, for me, I'm probably going Smith-Schuster just because. This is a lost season for Kansas City, right? That's where it is, and this is where Smith-Schuster seems to be this guy every year. At this point, he just has those couple of games where it's just, it's going to be his week, and as much as Worthy looks like he's going to be a part of the future. Maybe Hollywood Brown is. It for no reason other than we've seen this song and dance before. I'd have to go Schuster.
Yeah. The only reason I have even slight interest in any part of this offense with Gardner Minshew is because I think Gardner Minshew is looking at this as another audition. Right? He doesn't want to be stuck behind Patrick Mahomes. He'd probably like to start somewhere. Well, we've got, is it 6 or 7 rookie quarterbacks starting today? I'm sure there are teams that would love to have someone like Gardner Minshew. Is he going to win you a Super Bowl? No, but he's not going to put you in last place. He might get you to the playoffs. I mean, he did it in Indy.
I mean, yeah.
And that's if you're doing
this is an off-season thing, I think, but it's really it's tough, right? Because yeah, I could see him going to the Jets or Cleveland and being that guy, and at the same time, does it matter? I can't say that it does, you know?
I can't say that it does either. In DFS, I'm going to roll out some lineups with Gardner Minshew today, though, just to have fun. Because
that's valid. Like, I totally get that because, I mean, it is Tennessee. They can't defend the pass at all. So, yeah, but if you ask me, like, for season-long lineups, Week 16, who am I betting? I can't in good conscience say that you should go out and try to start one of these guys. That's outside of Kelsey.
No, I'm even iffy about Kelsey, I suppose. But you're starting
and it's just
him
because tight end is so horrid.
Yeah, tight end has been absolutely atrocious. All right, we got our first question coming in loose. Let's go ahead and get to this one here. We have got Alex G on YouTube. Needs 2 in PPR. The list is Rico Dowdle, Lad McConkey, Wan'Dale Robinson, Chris Godwin, and Stephon Diggs. Which 2 are you rolling out here, Lou?
I'm going with Lad and Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, we know what the Cowboys' defense is. Now Quinn Williams is out. That's their legitimately only pass rush. Yeah. It's also their only run defense. We've seen Lad have trouble getting untracked. There's absolutely no reason to think he will have trouble with that against Ellis. Wan'Dale, it does make me a little nervous because it's Minnesota. And, you know, that's a problem with what they do to offenses, specifically passing games. But he's also the only guy there. And I don't see this as being a good matchup for the Giants. They're going to be throwing often, and we know Robinson can be that PPR scam merchant type of guy.
Yep, I'm completely with you. I like Lad a lot this week. I'm starting him all over the place. Wan'Dale Robinson, like you said, he's the one and only. Theo Johnson, they've got Theo Johnson too, but yeah, Wan'Dale's going to see a lot of volume this week. I would pretty much bank on it. What about looking at this Lions offense up against the Steelers this week? No TJ Watt. He's got that punctured lung thing. How have we seen this twice in the last 5-6 years? A punctured lung injury. Very strange. How does this change how you feel about this matchup specifically? Are you more in on the Lions? I mean, I guess you weren't really out on the Lions offense. Does it change expectations with, like, maybe you bump Jameson Williams a little bit higher because Goff's going to have a little bit more time to throw? Or, I mean, do you bump David Montgomery a little bit because maybe this game gets out of hand a little bit quicker and we see some Monty love?
And that's kind of the way I'm leaning with it, is actually away from the passing game and into the running backs. I don't think the Steelers had what it took to keep up with the Lions in any way, shape, or form. Sure. And now, because it's not just TJ Watt, it's also Nick Herbig. So, like, both of their defensive ends, who are really good, as many problems as the Steelers have, that's not one of them. And now that they're both out, like, that's just going to limit anything that they can do on defense. I actually, you know, not that Jahmyr Gibbs needs help, but I like him more than Monty. I think he does more for him than it does for Monty, simply because of the fact that he has that speed, and the Steelers have no speed on defense whatsoever. Right. They are old, they are slow, they can hit you hard, but they are not that fast, aggressive defense, especially without those defensive ends. It does take me off. It bumps down Amon-Ra. It bumps down Williams a little bit. Like, you're still starting them because we are kind of out of really good options. And it does bump Goff down a little bit, but kind of same deal, right? Like, there's only so many good options this week.
Well, really, these guys, you can only bump them down so far. I mean, we're not talking about, like, Jahmyr Gibbs. I've got him at RB4. And I probably should have him at RB2, but there's just so much going on at running back this week. With Amon-Ra, you're not dropping him out of the top 10. He's like, I've got him at wide receiver 5, and I'm pretty comfortable with that. Yeah, just not a wide receiver 1 week.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you're definitely. Yep. Follow up on that question, Lou. He's chasing upside. He started Jacobs and Parkinson, so he needs extra points. Does that change how you feel about this grouping?
No, if anything, I think it solidifies it for me, because, like, Dowdle, Godwin, like these are your kind of higher floor guys. We've seen Wandale be that guy going down the field more this year compared to years past. He's had, 100 plus, 150 plus yard weeks. And Ladd, we've seen him be this guy before. As much as Diggs has been that guy in the past, he's a part of this Patriots offense that just kind of is what they are. It's leaning more into Travion Henderson. May definitely got rattled as the game went on last week for the first time all year. And God, that Tampa Bay offense is just not right. It's the passing offense is kind of all Mike Evans right now.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, Chuba Hubbard is taking the upside off of Dowdle that we saw from him earlier in the year.
Oh, shocking. Yeah, it doesn't change anything for me either. Okay, we've got this one, semifinal close matchup, J.J. McCarthy or Lamar Jackson. Who'd have thought this would be a legitimate question, but it is very much a legitimate question.
It is.
I'm still going Lamar. I still think he has a better week, but not by a ton.
Yeah, like this is interesting because, we did our whole analysis of the playoff matchups for each position, that sort of thing. And I'd actually written about the quarterbacks. One of the things that jumped out was how good the Minnesota matchups were throughout the playoffs. The problem was J.J. McCarthy, Max Brosmer, these guys were so bad, right? But then McCarthy came and has turned in QB9 and QB2 finishes the last 2 weeks. I can't feel great about it because it's just 2 weeks, but he's now shown us that proof of concept a bit. I think Lamar he's that 15-point quarterback this week. You can probably roll him out, get 15 points out of him, and he won't kill you, which is, considering where he was a month ago, that's not nothing, right?
Right.
But I also don't think he's going to be that guy that's going to get you 20, 25 either. I think McCarthy can, especially against this Giants defense. Now, he can also get you 4, so it really depends on what else you need out of your matchup, how you feel about the rest of them. If it's I just need to not fail at this spot, I think it's fine to start Lamar. If it's I need the possibility of more out of this, and if this doesn't, it's not going to be the reason I lose, I think you got to roll out McCarthy, which is a wild position to take considering where we were 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, so here's kind of where I sit on it, because I've got Lamar at QB13, which I wrote about in our higher-lower article this week, and then I've got J.J. McCarthy at QB22. However, that said, McCarthy has the biggest range of outcomes of any quarterback, in my opinion, this week. He could be QB2 against this New York Giants defense, but he could also be QB32. I don't know which way it's going to go. I've got him dead in the middle, but if you're chasing upside, you've got to go McCarthy. I completely agree. If you're looking for a safe floor, like you had Puka and you just need to not screw it up.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'd go with Lamar Jackson. Okay, we've got this one popping up. This is Big Ant Twitch over on Twitch. How confident are we in Michael Wilson this week, Lou? Would you play Woody Marks or Tyrone Tracy over him in PPR? Should be noted, Marvin Harrison is likely back this week.
Yeah, he is expected to be back. So this is 2 very different questions. Am I playing him either of those over both of those other guys? Yes, absolutely I am. No question. Am I confident in this? Absolutely not. No. The last time Marvin Harrison Jr. started, Wilson was wide receiver 50 on the week. That is brutal.
Yep.
That being said, they're saying that Marvin Harrison isn't going to get his full complement of snaps this week. They're going to ease him back in. I don't necessarily believe that. However, they're saying it. This is not how they've approached it before. So there's enough there. And we've seen Wilson be excellent over this stretch of time, and they have as well. So yeah. I've got Wilson at wide receiver 28. I can't really move him up any farther than that, just based on what we've seen before, but I can't knock him down any lower either. And that's enough to keep him over the others, especially when I'm not convinced Woody Marks plays today.
See, that's where I was going to say. I'm not convinced that Woody Marks plays today. And if Woody Marks doesn't play today, I mean, obviously you can't start him. But Jawar Jordan, are you going after Jawar Jordan if he doesn't play?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Like if Marks doesn't play, I've got Jawar Jordan slotted in as my RB14.
Yeah. He'll have a big day. This Houston team, they can't really throw effectively, consistently. Okay, Aaron Evans on YouTube. Quinshon Judkins or Audric Estime? Not a question I thought I would be asking anyone, but hey, here we are. I'm Judkins.
I am on Judkins. I mean, number one, the matchup is better. Even if Cleveland has lost their mind and they decide not to run the ball against the Bills, and lean into Shedeur Sanders, which is just a wild thing to say. But I expect it to be a full-blown committee between Estime and Hull there in New Orleans. Can't really run the ball as it is, and neither of these running backs are that good anyhow. It's just, you're looking at like 3 to 4 points from Estime and hoping to get that touchdown to get you up close to 10. And he could have a touchdown and still be under 10 points, that's a brutal world to live in. So I want nothing to do with any Saints running backs this week.
It's everybody who started Corey Krosky Merritt last night, basically.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, he got the touchdown, but was it worth it?
Yeah. Right.
Was it worth it? All right. Back to that JJ McCarthy Lamar Jackson question. She's facing Josh Allen, so that tipped it for me. I'm going McCarthy then. Just try and hope that he has a big week here. Okay, we've got Fannin or Jawan Johnson. I'm going Fannin.
Yeah, I've got Fannin. Buffalo doesn't defend the tight end particularly well. We saw this against Cincinnati where literally all of their tight ends scored. And Fannin is he's that guy. You know, aside from the Isaiah Bond deep shots, he's the guy. He's seeing 30+% of the targets. So that nice high floor is there. There's no reason that he can't get you at least some PPR scam, especially.
Yep, especially. All right, this one. Jaxson Dart or Trevor Lawrence?
I'm going Trevor Lawrence. I don't think people understand how devastating Minnesota is against quarterbacks. Over the last month, they're barely allowing over 6 points per game from the quarterback position. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So if you're rolling out quarterbacks against Minnesota at this point, you need to stop. This could be very, very bad. Even a quarterback as savvy and veteran as Dak Prescott, Minnesota's confusing him. A rookie, rolling out a rookie, an often concussed rookie at that, I can't, especially with the heater that Lawrence is on lately. Even against Denver.
Yeah, Lawrence over Dart. I'll sign up for that. Even against the Broncos defense. Yep. All right, we've got this one from It's Brandy Boy on Twitch. May or Jacoby, 1 point for every 10 passing yards.
May or Jacoby. Is that Brissett, I assume? Yeah, it's got to be, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I would have clarified. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I just had a massive brain fart.
Sure.
No, I've got Jacoby Brissett as my QB3 this week, and only behind Allen and Hurts. So, like in Jacoby Brissett, we trust, right? What have we seen from him to make us think otherwise?
Yeah. He also has Trey McBride, so
I mean, love that.
Yeah, me too. He was on our thumbnail last week. All right, JD Ridley, 87 over on YouTube. Which two would you start in a half PPR league between Pollard, Myers, and Wandale? So which one are you leaving on the bench?
I'm probably leaving Wandale on my bench at this point. Tennessee's found something in Tony Pollard these last couple of weeks where their running game has actually been working and working really well. Jacoby Myers, he is the guy for the Jaguars at wide receiver. I mean, what a world we're living in, right? That it's not Brian Thomas Jr. or Travis Hunter, RIP.
Right.
So, I mean, and with how much Minnesota hurts passing games, if I don't have to roll Wandale out, I'm taking that opportunity to not. And I don't think you have to with these options.
Oh, with these, you don't. I would definitely go Jacoby Myers. He just signed that new contract, too. Good
Yeah.
for him. 3-year extension. But Tony Pollard, the last 2 games, 3 touchdowns. He has over 100 yards in both games, a total of 165 rushing yards in the 2. So, yeah. I'm sorry, 265 rushing yards between the 2 games.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's been
Yeah, I'm
phenomenal.
going Tony Pollard here. Not even close. All right, Lou. What about Brock Purdy up against the Colts? Any fear that this just leans straight into a Christian McCaffrey type game?
No, mostly because McCaffrey hasn't been great actually rushing. He's still been phenomenal in the passing game,
No.
but that leads into Purdy production as well. Um, which, I mean, great, right? Because then they both win. So if you have one or both, yeah, roll them out. I don't really have a problem with it.
Yeah, how does Ricky Pearsall being out change things, if anything?
I mean, I think it helps Juwan Johnson, if anything, just kind of funneling the wide receiver targets to him.
Yeah.
Uh, but I mean, I don't know that San Francisco even needs to throw that ball that much today. I have a feeling this is going to be ugly.
Yeah, I think it is going to be too. Okay, we've got Tanner Ross Boss on Twitch. Start Xavier Worthy or Stephon Diggs today, full PPR. Which one are you rolling out?
Oh boy. Do I have an option C? That's kind of where I am with it. I mean, like if
Sure.
honestly, I'm looking to see if I can pick up Pat Bryant off of waivers and start him over both. I don't love Worthy because of Minshew. I don't love betting on any Patriots wide receiver at this point. It's just too random, for lack of a better term. Yeah, it gun to my head, I'm starting Diggs. But again, I'm not a big fan of this.
Yeah, gun to my head, I'm starting Diggs as well. Just barely. I've got him like 2 spots ahead of Worthy.
Right.
Kelsey, Travis Kelsey, or Kyle Pitts?
With Drake London back, I've actually got Kelsey a little higher. We've seen Pitts kind of take on the London role in that Falcons offense, which is a problem now that he's back. Even if he doesn't play his full complement of snaps, he's not the overall tight end 1 on the season upside that we were looking at for those couple of weeks.
Right. I completely agree with you. I'm going Kelsey over Pitts. Worthy or Dowdle?
I'm starting Dowdle here. A little bit is a higher floor. We could see Worthy get like literally 2 catches for 15 yards today, and it wouldn't shock me at all.
Me either.
And that's the problem, right? Where Dowdle, I think his floor is like 40 yards rushing and 2 to 3 catches for 15 yards. Give me that, especially when Dowdle's upside is considerably higher.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. All right, we've got another one here on Twitch. We have got Carly asking, half PPR, Demont or Emeka Egbuka?
I'm going Monty here. Again, with those Steelers defensive ends out, we've seen Egbuka get bumped down the ladder with Evans back, with Godwin back. Now Kate Otten is back as well. And even with all that, the Bucs offense still hasn't been very good.
Right.
It'd be different if this was the Bucs offense from the first month of the season, where it was just hitting on all cylinders, humming along. Then I would say, yeah, you go Egbuka and you roll with it. But today, I gotta roll Monty. You hope for that touchdown. You hope for that volume in a blowout game because it's kind of likely.
Yeah, no, I'm leaning into T here for sure. What about this one? David Montgomery or Audric Estime?
Same deal. I'm still going Monty. I'm not trusting any Saints running backs unless I absolutely have to. And there should be enough on just about any waiver wire out there that you don't have to. Estime is just Monty with a lot lower floor and lower ceiling.
And literally, he's a lot shorter, too. Okay, this is a perfect transition here. Any updates on T. Higgins? Logan, you're in luck. First of all, head on over to news.optimusfantasy.com. Make sure that you are following along on Blue Sky. Carly, the news manager, is incredible, and she is dropping news as it drops. She's beating everyone else to the punch there. So if you want to stay up to date, know that T. Higgins is active today, which he is active today. You would have known that if you were following news.optimusfantasy.com on Blue Sky. So make sure you go check that account out. And we've got the full injury report, Lou. We'll run through this real quick. Big names that are, in fact, active today. Geno Smith is active. Ted McMillan. Denver has RJ Harvey against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Dalton Kincaid will play, as will Javonte Williams. T. Higgins is active. Woody Marks is a game time decision, and it's not looking great. Nick Chubb is looking like he will play, though he is game time, as well as Drake London and Marvin Harrison, though both are expected to play. Officially out, we've got Keon Coleman with another healthy scratch. Not a good sign for the Bills wide receiver. Dylan Sampson and David Njoku both will be on the bench for the Browns. Devin Neal and Alvin Kamara in that banged-up Saints backfield will not play today. And, of course, as we've talked about, no Ricky Pearsall, no Rashee Rice this week, Lou. So, you do get T. Higgins at least.
Yeah. I mean, I think T. Higgins, it's a relatively big deal, right? Like, number one, it was a concussion. Yeah, he's dealt with them a few times this year. So, unfortunately, that's kind of a risk that it could happen again. But there's also, it's not like a hamstring where it's going to limit his athletic production. It's just a matter of can his brain take it or not? And there's no reason to think that it can't at this point if he's been fully cleared.
I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah. I've got him slotted in. I think I've got him in like that wide receiver 14 to 16 range, which is kind of just 17. I'm sorry. Which is kind of just where he normally lives anyhow. So, roll him out there. Good wide receiver, too. We kind of had some good news last night as far as these wide receivers go, so they're a little bit lower than initially thought, which is a good thing. Like, this is week 16. We're getting our toys back. Thank goodness.
Exactly. I know. You're starting him over Waddle, right?
Absolutely. 100%. Like, Quinn Ewers, the Miami offense, I have Darren Waller is startable, and I have Achane as startable, and that's it. I'm not touching anybody else. Waddle is in that low-end wide receiver 3. I hope I don't have to use him type range.
Yep, exactly. And Carly wants one more reminder. Make sure you're following at news.optimusfantasy.com. Stuff like Romo Dunze pops up. You're going to want to know about it. All right, we've got another question in the chat here. We've got J-Dog on YouTube. Michael Wilson, Justin Jefferson, or Mike Evans? Which one are you going with?
Ooh.
I'm going to assume PPR. So,
yeah,
probably going. Boy, I think I can't trust Michael Wilson. I'm probably going to go Mike Evans here.
Yeah, I've got Mike Evans as my wide receiver 7 this week. We saw last week. It's just he is Baker's guy. There's no reason to think he's going to be anything other than that. Right. And the touchdown upside is always there with Evans. 100 yards, touchdown, absolutely in play. And, if Evans decides he's going to try and get 1,000 yards receiving this year again, that means he's going to go off today. So lean into it. I think you've got 3 actually decent options here. Like, I'd start Mike Wilson over some of these others that, people are throwing out there, even though I'm a little less confident in it. And Jefferson against this Giants secondary, I like him too. So I don't think you have bad options here. I just think Mike Evans is the guy for you.
Yeah, Mike Evans is the guy. These really aren't. I don't love Michael Wilson like we've talked about. A little bit scared of Justin Jefferson. Evans just feels safer to me. What about this one? Trevor Lawrence or Jared Goff?
That's a decent question. I gotta look. I do have Goff higher. I think people are a little too scared off of Lawrence because of that Denver defense this week. Like, they are good against wide receivers. They are not good against opposing quarterbacks. And Lawrence has been on enough of a heater at Jacksonville. I mean, they've got enough weapons. Between Myers, Thomas Jr., Parker Washington hasn't done anything recently, but he can. And then add Brenton Strange on top of it. There's enough there. I still like Goff. I think he's going to do enough. This Pittsburgh defense, it's older, it's slower, it's not great. And the Lions offense, I mean, they can put it up there against anybody, even if they're not.
Yep. All right, we've got Frosty126 on YouTube. If Woody is out, do I play Pitts, Chubb, Jordan, or Godwin in the flex? He's got London playing if that changes our stance on Pitts. Between this group, I'd probably go Godwin. Like he has the safest floor of the three.
You'd take Godwin over Jordan? Jawar Jordan?
Oh, no. I take Jawar Jordan. I take that back. Jawar Jordan for me.
Yeah, he kind of snuck in there. Like, I overlooked him at first, too. That's why I asked.
Me too. Yeah.
No, if Marks doesn't play, it is absolutely Jawar Jordan. You roll him out there and profit.
Yep.
Like, that's a great problem to have.
Yep. Okay, WWE Shorts needs to know what to do here. Dak Prescott or CJ Stroud? I know.
Excuse me, sorry.
No, you're fine. I've got Dak Prescott significantly higher. I would go Dak Prescott this week.
Oh, my goodness. Sorry, that one snuck up on me there.
You're good, man.
I've actually got CJ Stroud decently higher. The Chargers, they are very good against quarterbacks. It's not a Minnesota situation like Dak had last week, but it's not far off. Like, the Chargers are fourth against quarterback scoring over the last month, where Minnesota is first. This is rough. CJ Stroud, we've seen improvement there. And it's Las Vegas. I mean, they can't defend the pass to save their life. Their lives. Like, this could legitimately be Houston's first big blowout of the year. They should have success running the ball. They should have success passing the ball. Lean into CJ Stroud this week if you can.
All right. I mean, you kind of half sold me on it. All right. T. Higgins or Drake London?
Oh, great problem to have.
Yeah, right. Probably Drake London for me.
I do have he's against Arizona, right? So I do lean London. I've got him at wide receiver 14. I've got Higgins at wide receiver 17. So if you feel strongly of one over the other, I go with it. It's valid, you know. I still think London is got to be that guy though, simply because he's gonna he should be the entire Falcons passing offense, even with Pitts there. Yeah. Pitts was the guy because London wasn't there.
Yeah, so, yeah. And that's where I'm at too.
Yeah, I get why you're struggling with it though. That's a tough one.
It is. That's why we're here. All right, the Pastor on Twitch. Hey guys, full PPR, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 1 flex. Here's the group we have to pick from: Jahmyr Gibbs, Bucky Irving, Trevion Henderson, Chase Brown, George Pickens, Ladd McConkey, and Tet McMillan. Let's start with the 2 running backs.
I go Gibbs and Brown, right off the top. Those are your studs. Go with it.
Yep, Gibbs and Brown for me as well. Which wide receivers you going with here?
I'm going with Ladd and Pickens. I know Pickens has been on a tough schedule lately. McMillan's kind of hit the rookie wall a bit. His stats are way down the last couple of weeks, just across the board. And that's a problem. Even with a rough matchup against the Chargers, Pickens is still that guy that can make Prescott right.
Yeah, I am with you on that as well. Now for the flex, it's pretty much between Bucky Irving and Trevion Henderson, and we're going Trevion Henderson here, right?
100%. This is not close, which is heartbreaking because I love Bucky coming into the year. But we've seen what Henderson is. There's no reason that you should be taking Bucky over him at this point.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. All right, we've got DJV786. Who's going to get me to the championship? Jared Goff or Jacoby Brissett? I'm going Brissett over Goff this week.
I'm right there with you. My QB3 this week. Let's go. This is fantasy football at its finest, right? Week 16, and we're rolling out Jacoby freaking Brissett. Love it.
We talked about this last week on the Express. I talked about it on the waiver wire show on Monday. He has been automatic, minimum of 2 touchdowns per game. So, okay, even rules the jungle on even against Houston. T. Higgins, Juwan Jennings.
I go Juwan Jennings here. It's just he's not coming off an injury. The matchup is great. Pearsall's out now. Like there's enough working, and he catches touchdowns every week, and it sucks to have to rely on touchdowns. But at the same time, when you do it this consistently, it's actually a part of your game.
Yeah. All right, we've got this one here. Hey, everyone, who should I start, Jalen Coker or Jaden Higgins? Ooh. I'm leaning Coker by like a hair here. Barely. Look on your face tells me you're going Higgins.
No, I wanted to see what you had to say because I've got them pretty close as well. I lean Coker just because the Panthers' offense has been leaning into Coker more as McMillan has fallen off. And I think that's part of the reason he has fallen off, because Coker is that guy. I could see Higgins still doing well, though, because, again, the Raiders. But, yeah, give me Coker. I think he offers you a higher floor than Higgins does at this point. And that's important in Week 16.
Yeah, he offers a significantly higher floor. Look, Carolina could make the playoffs, Lou.
Yeah.
They're there in it.
I mean, if they didn't lose to the Saints last week, I would say they should. But, I mean, I don't know that anybody from the NFC South actually wants to make the playoffs.
Well, they don't. It's a contest to see the loser makes the playoffs, right? They all want vacation. And while you're all here, make sure you head on over to Blue Sky, follow us at news.optimusfantasy.com. Carly's managing that account, and she's getting all the news out as it happens so you can be ahead of your league mates. And to this time of year, that's especially important, Lou. Like, knowing these things at kickoff, knowing that Rome Odunze is going to be out before, they tell you 5 minutes before the game so you can make a pivot. These are always important things to know.
Yeah, that was wild last week. It was literally 5 minutes before kickoff, and Carly was right on top of it. That was so clutch, too, because especially on Blue Sky, if you're there, nobody else had it. It was all just Carly.
Oh, hey. My internet went out for a second, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh, but you're back. Yay. I just thought you were really excited by what I was saying about Carly and hitting the ball out of the park there with Odunze last week.
No, following that news account and having that resource has helped me immensely this season. Like, I can't even... So much. Oh, guys, I think that's going to do it for us here. I want to thank everyone who has tuned in today. Make sure you head on over to news.optimusfantasy.com. Follow that account. Even in the off-season, guys, there is no off-season in football, really. It's a constant news cycle, and we're going to keep you up to date with it, especially getting you ready for all your rookies, all those rookie drafts, so you can be ahead of your league mates. So make sure you're checking out optimusfantasy.com every day for new content all off-season and in-season to get you through the fantasy championships. Head on over to tools.optimusfantasy.com. We've got all of the data, and you can have it for free through the end of the season with the code GIFTOPTIMUS. Lou, thanks for showing up, man. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing out. Thanks for having a good time. I want to thank everyone who tuned in today. Make sure, again, you're following us on Blue Sky at optimusfantasy.com, at news.optimusfantasy.com. For Lou Bredson, I'm Nate Palva. Guys, good luck this weekend. We'll see you tonight on the Express.